A heavy marriage is not a punishment. It is one of the rarest gifts God gives, and almost nobody realizes it. Here is the part that changes everything. A diamond is just coal that was put under so much pressure for so long that it became something unbreakable and beautiful. Coal that gets left alone stays coal forever. So when your marriage feels heavy, when it feels harder than other people's, that pressure is not God forgetting about you. It is God doing the one thing that turns coal into a diamond, but only if you let Him sit at the center of it. And by the end of this, you'll understand the one sign that almost every person in a hard marriage feels, but almost nobody recognizes as the hand of God while it's happening. Let's start with the first sign, because it's something nearly every married person has felt, even if they never had words for it. 1. The weight got heavier right after you decided to take it seriously. Think about that for a second. So many people notice that the moment they truly committed, the moment they said, "I'm staying, I'm going to make this work, I'm putting God first in this house," that is exactly when everything seemed to get harder. The arguments got sharper. The silence got longer. The old wounds came back up. Most people read that as a sign they made a mistake. They think, if this were right, it would feel easier now. But that is backwards. A coach doesn't push you harder on the day you quit. He pushes you harder on the day he sees you're finally serious. The resistance shows up because something real is finally being built. The weight increased because you stopped running, and now the actual work could begin. And that leads straight into the second sign, which is the one that hurts the most, but is maybe the most important of all. 2. Your marriage keeps showing you the worst parts of yourself. This one is hard to admit. A heavy marriage has a strange power. It reaches inside you and pulls out the things you didn't know were there. The impatience, the pride, the need to always be right. The part of you that wants to win the fight more than you want to fix the problem. You probably noticed you never saw these things in yourself before. You felt like a patient person, a kind person, a calm person. And then marriage held up a mirror, and the reflection was uncomfortable. Here is the gift hidden inside that pain. God is not exposing your flaws to shame you. He is exposing them because you cannot heal what you cannot see. A flaw in the dark stays in the dark forever and quietly poisons everything you touch. A flaw in the light can finally be handed to God and changed. Your marriage is the light. It is doing the most loving thing possible, even though it feels like the opposite. It is refusing to let you stay the same person you were. And once you see that, you start to understand the third sign, which is where most people either grow or give up. 3. No amount of effort on your own is enough to fix it. You have probably already tried everything you could think of. You tried being nicer. You tried being quieter. You tried being louder. You tried doing more around the house, planning the date, saying the right words, reading the books. And maybe it helped for a week, and then everything slid right back to where it was. That exhausting feeling, that feeling of, I am doing everything and it still isn't working, is not failure. It is an invitation. It is God gently letting you reach the end of your own strength, because the end of your strength is the exact place where you finally stop trying to carry it alone and let Him carry it with you. A marriage that you could fix completely on your own would never push you toward God. It would only push you toward yourself. But a marriage that is bigger than you, heavier than you, harder than you can handle alone, that is a marriage that drives you to your knees. And a husband and wife on their knees together, praying instead of fighting, are nearly impossible to defeat. This is the quiet turning point. When you stop asking, how do I fix my spouse? And start asking, God, what are you trying to build in me? The entire marriage begins to shift. Slowly, quietly, but it shifts. And that brings us to the fourth sign, which is one of the loneliest, but also one of the clearest. 4. The people around you don't understand why you're staying. When a marriage is heavy, the world has a very simple answer for you. Leave. Walk away. You deserve better. You'd be happier alone. And some of those voices come from people who truly love you and just don't want to see you struggle. But there is a difference between a marriage that is dangerous and must end, and a marriage that is simply hard and is being refined. Wisdom and safety always come first, and God never asks anyone to stay somewhere that destroys them. Yet for so many people, the marriage is not destroying them. It is shaping them. And the people watching from the outside can only see the weight. They cannot see what the weight is producing. The world measures a marriage by how comfortable it is. God measures it by what it's becoming. When you choose to stay and build something holy, something deeper than feelings, you are going to feel misunderstood, even alone. That loneliness is not proof you're wrong. Sometimes it's proof you're walking a road that very few people have the patience to walk. And here we arrive at the fifth and final sign. This is the one I promised you at the beginning, the one almost everyone in a heavy marriage feels, but almost nobody recognizes as God while it's actually happening. 5. Slowly, you are becoming someone you couldn't have become any other way. Look back at who you were before all of this, the version of you from a few years ago. That person was probably more easily angered, more selfish in small ways, quicker to give up, less able to forgive, more fragile. And now look at who you are becoming. You have learned to stay calm in moments that used to break you. You have learned to forgive things you once thought were unforgivable. You have learned to love someone on the days they were hardest to love, which is the only kind of love that actually means anything. You have learned patience that you could only have learned by living through something that required patience every single day. Nobody becomes that person in an easy life. Nobody becomes that person on a smooth road. Strength like that is only forged in pressure, and that is the whole secret of the heavy gift. The weight was never meant to crush you. It was meant to transform you. The pressure that felt like it was breaking you was actually building you into something unbreakable. A diamond, exactly like the coal. This is why your marriage feels so different from everyone else's. It's not because yours is broken and theirs is perfect. It's because God reserved something heavier for you. Because He saw what you were capable of becoming, and He refused to let you settle for the cheaper, easier version of your life. So if you've been carrying this weight and wondering why God hasn't taken it away, here is the truth. Maybe He hasn't taken it away because the weight is the gift. Maybe the thing you've been begging Him to remove is the very thing He's using to answer a prayer you didn't even know you prayed. The prayer to become more patient, more loving, more faithful, more like Him. The coal cannot see the diamond it's becoming. It only feels the pressure. But the one holding it knows exactly what it will be when the pressure is finished. So today, instead of asking God to make your marriage lighter, try asking Him something different. Ask Him to make you strong enough to carry it well, and wise enough to see what He's building. Put Him at the center, where He's always wanted to be. Pray with your spouse instead of arguing about your spouse. And watch what happens when two people stop trying to escape the pressure and start letting it shape them together. Because a heavy marriage with God at the center is not a sentence. It is a workshop. And the masterpiece He's making is you. If this spoke to something you've been carrying, take a quiet moment right now and simply say, God, I trust what you're building. Sometimes that one sentence is the beginning of everything changing.